There is nothing wrong with your internet. Do not attempt to adjust your settings. We are controlling the podcast. We control the squealing and the screams. We can make your heart flutter, your eyes blur from tears, or sharpen your mind to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit back. We are in control of what you hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your settings. You are about to experience the awe and mystery known as the female mind. You are now entering the Fangirl Zone.
Welcome to the Star Power Podcast on the Fangirl Zone, a podcast where we discuss Stargirl on the DC Universe streaming service and the CW channel. I'm Dave.
I'm Sean Fangirl S.
And Carolee.
And I'm Steve, and tonight we'll be discussing episode 5 of season 1 of Stargirl.
Hourman and Dr. Mid-Nite. You know, people had a problem on the internet when they abbreviated Doctor and didn't write out Doctor.
Right.
Yeah, they did.
Why?
I believe it.
It's like Doctor Who and Dr. Midnight. I don't know.
That's too funny.
Doctor Who. It's been that way
Halloween
for a long time.
in Blue Valley. As Courtney sets her sights on recruiting more members to the Justice Society of America, Pat finds himself one step closer to learning which ISA members may be in Blue Valley. Meanwhile, our search for Rick leads Courtney, Yolanda, and Beth to Cindy Berman's Halloween party from hell.
One raging party, that's for sure.
I don't know who put that giant spider up over the door, but kudos.
Oh.
Yeah.
David Straighton directed the episode and it was written by Melissa Carter.
Can I just say, big thumbs up at the Halloween party that they had a gremlin. It's like, okay, we're throwing it back.
They had Gizmo. I was so excited.
It's like, let's throw it back. I'm cool with it.
I like Beth's reaction. She goes, "This is a party."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, kid.
Poor girl.
I know.
Thank you. And I know you guys, because I missed last week, and you guys probably already talked about it, but am I the only one that wants to smack Mike?
Smack Mike?
Yeah.
No, we love Mike.
Mike is
oh
cool.
My gosh.
I loved his pumpkins. His
yeah.
oh
Those are
God,
awesome.
those are his jack-o'-lanterns. And Courtney goes, "You're deranged" or something.
Well, that part of
Because it is big, huge knives sticking out of what, 3 of them, I think.
Yeah, at least.
It
I don't
was
think I'd
great.
want them on my porch with kids running around.
I
Right.
know, that's dangerous.
But just
Pretty
the
much
attitude.
Well, the superpowers Pop-Tarts. Come on, man.
I'm
Yeah.
just thinking, oh my gosh.
It's true. It's so
I
true.
would have had backhand if I talked like that.
Well, that's funny because we have the first topic was we were thinking of you. It's called Anger and Revenge, Sean.
Nice. Very nice. So we had Eggos in one show, and now we have Pop-Tarts in another. I like it.
Yeah, I know.
Should they pay for
Breakfast food.
that? Yeah, let's talk about some anger happening because somebody's got like some serious anger issues.
My first note on my thing was Matt is an a-ho.
Yeah.
Why would they trust him with their son like that? They had no inkling this guy was a jerk?
He doesn't seem much older, but and I don't know. Maybe it's
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. It was
Only family.
the wife's brother.
Right.
Yeah,
I
he
think
sees him more of a
his only
sibling.
family.
But when you see them, when you see him grown up, they kind of look closer to age. I don't know. Maybe it's just the height. But
I mean, he had all that responsibility thrown at him and $50,000
And property.
Like that's
Yeah.
going to do any good.
in a cool
I know,
Mustang.
it's just raising a child. I would not. I don't have kids, but I would have been just as scared as he was when they first said, "Dude, you got to do this," and you have like 30 seconds to decide.
I know that's definitely comic book stuff right there.
Yeah. He was supposed to go to California and be some,
Oh right.
Oh, yeah, okay.
millionaire.
I'm sorry, but whenever they're like, if it wasn't for you, it's like you wouldn't have done squat.
Yeah, you don't know that. That's
Yeah.
true.
That's
And
when you
what,
hang up.
you couldn't still create whatever it was? What are you, in a
Yeah.
vacuum?
Yeah. That's when you
I
put the old
agree.
L on your forehead. Yeah, right, dude.
Yeah. So I call BS on that one. But yeah, he deserved to get a punch in the face, that's for sure.
His truck got something more.
Yeah. Thank God it was the truck and not him.
Right?
I know.
That could be coming, Steve.
You never know.
Oh, I know.
That's how they close the episode. He doesn't want justice. He wants revenge. I'm like, Matt, pack your bags.
You better get out of there now.
Stop hitting on those waitresses and get out of town.
Right?
Oh.
He's going to
He's
end
a
up
slime.
in jail.
He's
And he
a
was
slime
selling
ball.
his nephew's car parts.
Yeah, the carburetor.
Oh my gosh, my dad works on cars for a hobby, and he would have been mad.
Not only one, but probably both.
Right.
The one
Yeah.
Rick, the one Pat brought out. Rick isn't going to see that carburetor.
No.
No. So obviously he burned through the $50,000.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm
Read-
sure those beers just kept piling up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, after about what Rick is, I guess 15, like they all are, sophomore, or maybe he's a little older. I can't
think
tell.
he's
Just
older.
he looks older.
Yeah, he definitely
Senior?
looks old.
He's supposed to
I
be
don't
like a
even think he's
delinquent
in
of high
school.
school.
I think he's a dropout.
Well, looks like he was walking to school when he walked by the tree where his parents died.
Yeah.
Wasn't he at the
Then he walked
the
right
table?
back.
Is he at the luncheon table?
Was he though?
Yeah, he
Oh.
was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I didn't-
okay.
I got a feeling he got kept back a couple of times.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, that would make sense.
What do you think of the way Pat handled Matt on his trip out there looking for Rick?
Looking for him, or when they
Yeah.
first met.
So he brought
Awkward.
the second carburetor out
Oh.
there looking for Rick, and stinking Matt came out the door there. And says, "Hey, man, I thought he handled it really well. That's like the secret
did.
superhero power.
Mm-hmm.
He knows he's a jerk. They're still like chins apart." And Pat goes, "Yeah, take it easy." And that works on so many different levels. He's like, "Calm down, jerk."
Yeah.
And of course, the usual, just like, "Yeah, see you later."
I think he knows about because of the 66 Mustang. What color is it? Yellow.
Hello.
He has a feeling that he knows who this family is or what they are. So he's already kind of given Uncle Matt the evil eye, like,
Yeah.
don't hurt Rick.
I
It's
almost
Bumblebee.
feel like he wants to, like, yeah, you know what? Why don't you come work for me?
Yeah.
And we can probably find you a place to stay so you don't have to be there. And why don't you bring your car here to be fixed? You can work on it at your own time. You know,
Absolutely.
I feel like that's coming because, yeah, Matt, he knows that Matt's like a total douche. Like, there's no two ways
I
about
agree.
that.
I totally agree.
You're an optimist. I have pessimistic thoughts about Matt.
Yeah, that
I don't
he's
think-
not going to make it
I don't think
another couple of episodes before Rick tears him apart.
Oh, wait, am I supposed to be sad about that?
so. No.
No.
Well, see, I don't think it's going to be Rick, though. I really don't. I think it's going
Rick's
to
gonna
end
made
up...
a choice.
I think it's going to be that the Injustice Society finds out about him somehow,
Uh-huh.
and they go after Matt, thinking
Ah.
like, oh, we'll get him to do what we want. And Rick's going to be like, "Psh, whatever.
Oh.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I bet you they're going to use him just like they used Courtney's mom. Oh, we're going to go after your mom if you don't give us this, that, whatever. Oh, we're going to go after your uncle. He'll be like, I don't
Yeah.
care.
Here's his address.
Go nuts. I mean,
Yeah.
Knock yourself out, guys."
How did Rick remind anybody of a very young Bruce Ward? I mean, Bruce Wayne.
Oh, Bruce Wayne.
Swain.
I was like,
Okay.
wait,
I was
what?
like, Ward, you're getting
Yeah, I'm confusing the two.
you're crossing
Yeah.
the streams again.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I can kind of
Maybe.
see it. I just,
Losing the parents.
yeah, but I kind of want to see, because totally different. I know I'm getting Marvel and DC mix. Kind of had a little
I do too.
Tony Stark vibe, like wondering if he's going to be like this like really
Ooh.
smart guy that starts inventing stuff.
I like that idea.
And then maybe he'll be more than just our revenge
Dude.
man at this moment. Like he'll become more like how his dad was.
Since
That
we
was a-
already crossed the stream, doesn't it seem like he was like a more of a Hulk? Yeah, I get the Hulk vibe from him, being all
Dad.
angry and punching down the tree.
Yeah.
I just got a lot of Marvel references. I don't know. I just
Yeah.
did.
Well, they
Oh,
put Lou
that's-
Ferrigno Jr. as his dad, so.
There you go. We kind of hinted on that the last podcast.
Yeah. One moment, speaking of revenge, right at the end there, that even though he knows the full story because Beth showed up and they did that 3D recreation of the accident where Solomon Grundy shows up and
Yeah, with the
smash
goggles.
car. Yeah.
Car smash.
Yeah, car smash. He still wanted revenge, but I mean, it was really tense. I almost wanted to see what Stargirl was going to do with her staff against him because he was heated. And she leveled her weapon, saying, I'm going to have to take that back from you. And, Yolanda's in the background like, oh, crap. She didn't pull out her, I don't think she pulled out her.
I didn't see her pull the claws.
No, I didn't see her either. Stargirl was definitely ready to use her weapon. She thought she had made a mistake. Oh, what was the line? Let's see. His delinquent in school is an unstoppable beast.
I think she thought at first she made a terrible mistake, but the hourglass glowed for him. She knows it's for him, but maybe she can get to him. Hey, they killed my father as well. So I want just as much, not necessarily revenge, but justice as you do. So why don't you channel your anger in this direction and not just...
He had his come to Jesus moment for a second. I think there's going to be a bigger one later. I think he still wants revenge, but someone's going to have to pull him back from the brink.
I think Courtney will.
Yeah.
Think so. Or maybe Yolanda. I don't know.
I think Beth, which is weird because Beth's superpower is talking. But
I'll say.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, does she breathe?
She is something else. And her poor parents. I still don't understand that whole father, mother, daughter dynamic between her parents and her. Go get friends. Please go get friends.
It is sad. But he's out there doing something. He works for the same organization that Icicle is running.
The salesman or something.
Yeah.
I thought Mom was kind of shady too. Just throwing that out there. What thoracic surgeon is working Mid-Nights? I'm just saying.
Right.
I know.
I'm like, this doesn't seem right.
Thoracic would be what? I know cardiothoracic. Thoracic. I'm trying to use my Grey's Anatomy on here, but see, thoracic would be what?
Let's see, McDreamy.
Yes, McDreamy, McSteamy, all the good ones are gone, except for Meredith.
So
I have a shirt that says, "Hey, I've watched Grey's Anatomy for 15 years. I'm basically a surgeon."
That's awesome.
So it's the spine, but I'm just thinking, how many spinal surgeons are working these midnight shifts? Are they just trying not to be around their kid? Which that seems even creepier to me. But
I mean, any kid that would,
whatever, it's fine.
Maybe would get annoying after a while, but I mean, any mom, dad, hey, my kid made me dinner and brought it up to me. I would be grateful, I suppose. I don't know. I mean,
you think they're trying to keep her out of danger because they know something she doesn't?
They know more.
Yeah.
But as good guys or bad guys?
No, they're trying to be good parents because they know if she gets much closer, she's going to find out the truth, and it's not good.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
The dad's working with Icicle and the mom's working with Brainwave. That's not good.
No, you're right. Definitely right. So
Yolanda had some anger too. She not only figuratively but literally, she was in the shadows pretty much in this episode. Too bad because she was so great in the episode before. And let's see, Henry comes out of the party.
I think his superpowers or bad superpowers are coming out.
Yes. I wonder how that will develop. I don't think she said jerk out loud, but she thought
it.
Yeah, she thought it.
Along with everybody else.
What'd you say?
I would have thought a lot worse.
Right.
Yeah.
It's on the CW, though.
And I was going to say it's on the CW.
So that just opens up another chapter of this kid getting the powers. I don't know if that speaks well for the dad. Maybe the dad's days are numbered, or he's just going to just bring him around. Son, my boy, let me tutor you.
Yeah, because he tested him in one of the first episodes.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Questioning him about the car getting blown up.
I wonder if him being stressed out brought it out because, what's her name, Cindy? She's being a jerk as usual, and he stomped off, and he was mad, and when he was mad, it popped out.
Right.
Well, yeah, he started having the headaches. So I'm like, okay, this, again, going to cross everything. Very mutant-esque. Oh, like high stress levels, puberty, all that. It's going to trigger something.
Or maybe just the fact that a lot of our superheroes were in the same vicinity. All of them are close. And it just kind of brought his out a little more. Maybe.
Yes. Hey, I was reading something today. Do you think, speaking of being in the same vicinity, who wrote that? Oh, it was Dr. Mid-Nite that sent that package to Pat, which led Pat back to Blue Valley. Did he deliberately put his family in danger by going back there?
I saw it was delivered to California.
Yeah. And I led him back to Blue Valley. Let's move the family. I'm like, holy shit, dude, what are you doing? I didn't even realize that till like today.
Yeah, but wasn't it that Pat was going back there? Well, no, Pat does have a kid though. So
Yeah,
I was not thinking like, oh, they weren't together because he didn't end up meeting the mom. Oh my God, why am I blanking on her name? Barb. Until he was in Blue Valley again, and she was there to interview. So, I mean, just kind of all the stars aligning.
Yeah,
there you go. That's exactly what we said. Yeah.
So, our next topic is careless or carelessness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of Courtney? Still a 15-year-old?
Oh my gosh, she doesn't listen at all.
She doesn't listen. She doesn't hide her stuff properly. I mean, you're taking stuff from the Justice Society. You just don't leave them in your gym bag halfway zipped open.
Her gym bag is as big as she is.
I know, like a hockey bag.
Looks, yeah.
I mean, she's got a mom and an inquisitive dog, apparently, Buddy.
Yeah.
I don't even. The dog's name is Buddy.
You can't be mad at that dog.
Buddy. Dog's cute.
He is cute. He likes to wear his orange when he has too many Cheetos.
I know, that was precious. But
another
she had to get,
Bruce.
Another what?
Another Bruce Wayne moment being as careless as she was.
Oh my gosh!
Like how?
Well, just Bruce was ready to go out before he'd even done anything to get revenge on his parent, and the butler says, "You don't even know how to fight. Sit your ass down."
Right.
Oh, so you're saying Pat's Alfred? I thought Buddy was Alfred. I'm kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, she does keep a lot from Pat, which is, of course, what she's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But he's the one who has more information. He's trying to tell her, listen, I know this sucks, but we need a plan. Oh, I have a plan. I have a 3-point plan.
Yeah.
No, honey, that's called not a plan. I'm just saying.
He gives out these clues and dribs and drabs, and it's like a flood of information. Like, here's the Justice Society room. Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
She still has that pen.
That's
I want to know what that
pen cup.
I know.
And why is it laughing? I'm like, oh my gosh, that's creepy.
Was it laughing? I didn't hear it laugh.
Oh yeah, it laughed.
Yeah.
Oh man, I have to go back. I did not hear it laughing.
It's a creepy giggle.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I've got to go back and listen. But I have a feeling that the stepbrother, Matt, is it Matt?
Yeah.
He's gonna Mike. He's gonna pick it up. I don't know why.
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
I hope so.
Well, now, what was it? The night that Yolanda was supposed to come over for dinner.
Uh-huh.
They were having chicken. Mike wanted hamburgers because he had one of his friends come over. And the kid's name was?
Johnny?
No.
Oh, yes. Come on. Oh, trivia.
Jakeem,
that's it. Yeah.
Yes.
I get a pen you can borrow.
Might be the one who finds that pen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Saying that he must be a junior, more than likely.
Another legacy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, what? What did I miss? Like,
you missed the flowchart.
I finally got it. I got it.
No,
Yay,
I have
flowchart helps.
This list, but I'm like,
I'll send y'all my flowchart. It totally helps.
Didn't even like, I don't know if I didn't pay attention to last names for secret identities or what, but
you're not at fault. There are so many people to go through.
Yes.
So that's why I was having trouble since we did the first 4 all together. I was having trouble with all the character names, and that's when we decided to do a flow chart. And I was like, "This works actually."
I totally missed that though. But yeah, that creepy giggle though. I'm like, okay.
I used to giggle.
I don't know what the pen's gonna do. All I feel is like there's little demons coming with it. Like
it's like a genie that pops out of it when the right person clicks it.
But she clicks on it in her room. I said I wouldn't even begin to click. I'd go on an open field or something to click on it. I mean,
but then she's like, "Oh yeah, whatever," and throws it in her pen cup. I'm like, "What is this?"
She's pretty dismissive with all the artifacts, really. I mean, she knew enough to keep them all, but she tried them all, looked at them all, she's like,
Yeah,
this is broken.
It's like, you have your thing. You have the staff. You were told, it activates for each person, blah, 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 blah. So maybe quit being a little butthead and be respected. Yeah, and don't let the dog chew on the frickin' goggles.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Because once she got her mom out, she pulls out, ironically, the hourglass, and isn't it already glowing a little bit? Or
No,
she just
that was
pulls it out
in
and
the
looks.
back seat.
Oh, she pulls it out and looks at it, but she leaves the goggles there, and she's careless about all those precious items. I mean, you would think. I mean, I would have found a hiding place. I mean, not leaving it in your closet's one thing. Leave it in a school locker. You can bust open those lockers easy.
Yeah, that was a worse idea than in her closet.
I'm trying to figure out how she got that bag in that locker.
No.
No kidding. That
You got to know
heavy?
the groundskeeper Willie has the key to all the lockers.
Yeah.
He
But
does.
it's like, okay, is the locker like the TARDIS? Is it bigger on the inside? Because how do they fit?
It seemed that way.
And then she's like, oh, I think it's the lantern. I think it's the Green Lantern. Really? You're just going to say all this out loud? Like, I'm sure nobody around here is a bad guy.
Nobody's
Yeah,
listening
that
to
talk
what
she had with Yolanda with Beth following her.
Right?
Right.
Good
Hello.
Lord.
Come on.
Not in high school.
You are
No.
the worst superhero right now because you can't even tell somebody's walking like 2 feet behind you.
Well, she's
And-
making it with her Apple
Her
iPods,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
He's
Like, oh, I'm
still
listening to
like,
music.
following them a really long way. Come on.
So that pretty much leads us into our next topic, which is inclusion, and it's pretty Beth-centric, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Certainly with Beth following Courtney and Yolanda around in school. I would imagine.
Didn't she have something in her ears? Maybe
Yeah,
that.
the Apple ear iPod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it enhances the voice?
No,
I
I
don't
think
think
she was
so.
just
She
trying
was-
to
she-
cover up
Yeah,
the
she
fact
didn't have.
that
She wasn't listening to anything.
Just
She was just listening to
pretending.
them. Yeah, just
Yeah.
pretending.
Okay.
Yeah, clever little girl.
Clever. Very clever. But at this point, let's see. She brings her all the Justice Society stuff to school. Beth hears everything.
Beth shows up at her house.
Then they start talking about Crusher's daughter because they're trying to recruit more people. Didn't they
Oh.
talk about
Yeah.
Artemis?
Artemis?
Artemis Croc.
Croc. What a bad mess.
I know.
But and after that, she runs into the janitor who happens to be Irish.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm like,
What's his name? Do y'all know his name? Because I'm trying to find it right now and I can't find his name.
Fiddler.
What? Hitler? What'd you say?
I was like,
His name's Justin. But do you think he might be the fiddler?
yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's what
yeah,
my
yeah.
husband
Oh, wow.
said. But then
Oh,
what
I
was
said-
with the weird, there's dragons in the water? It's like,
Yeah.
what? Are you drunk?
Probably.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Right. It was very weird.
Well, the
And,
Dragon
I mean, that-
King. That's just a hint to the Dragon King, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that
Yep.
was a creepy moment, by the way, with like having the eyes when they were talking. It's like, ugh. Now,
Wasn't his beard like just so fake? I mean, or was it just me?
oh god, yeah, it was like
I was
that
like,
bad
can it-
ZZ Top beard.
Yeah.
Like,
Thank you. Yes. Okay. Good. Because I was like, that was really bad fake beard.
Well, it's very groundskeeper Willie.
Yeah.
It's not red.
It's really- so it's groundskeepers, really.
That was on The Simpsons.
yeah, you're just
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't seen The Simpsons in, gosh, I don't know. how long.
Groundskeeper Willie.
Okay, so I just have to ask, which is a little bit off track, big surprise. When we had Dr. Ito and Icicle talking before, was it just me or like did Icicle seem a little bit creeped out by that?
Oh yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
oh, okay, this guy
Yeah.
is like
Yeah, I want the body.
I deal with a lot of
okay.
stuff, but this is like maybe a bridge too far.
Oh, he's definitely
he-
creepy.
So he wants the body, and if Icicle delivers him the body, he's going to start making the machine. Is that
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I, okay.
Whatever it is.
Okay,
Whatever
we
it
don't-
is.
Yeah.
We kind of know parts of it, the machine.
Yeah, it's
I
that
think
screen. Looks like a radar screen on top of some type of roof.
Yep.
Or whatever. The plans
And
that
they're
what's his
going to
name?
sacrifice a generation for future generations. It's like,
That's-
and he's been practicing on his daughter. I'm like, his daughter already is a giant pain in the butt. So,
Oh yeah.
well, I don't know what you're doing to her, but I don't know if
Did-
it's going to make better or worse here.
Did you guys watch Watchmen on HBO?
I didn't finish it.
Oh, no. So great. Well, they were also working on a giant antenna at the end. Did you watch it, Steve?
No.
Oh, it's good. Guys, watch it. It's from the DC universe. In fact, there's a connection between the Watchmen and what's going on in this show, because the original Green Lantern, Alan Scott became Green Lantern when a train crashed and he grabbed the lantern. But in the latest iteration, Dr. Manhattan from the Watchmen put that lantern 6 inches away so there would be no Justice Society of America.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
I know. There's a lot of homework to do.
There is. There's too much.
So much. I know, so much. So our last...
I've been watching 5 other shows.
You'd love it. You'd love it. I mean, there are so many questions from Watchmen. It's so fantastic. And it comes from the graphic novel Watchmen and their catchphrase, who watches the Watchmen? And nobody. They just do what they want.
And now, before we move on, Beth definitely wasn't eagerly accepted into the group of 2.
No.
Nope. She has a different superpower than the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like...
Which is not physical, which
it's
shouldn't be a darn thing.
I'm like,
she doesn't have her suit yet. Doesn't she need a super suit?
It's coming. It's coming.
Yep.
But she puts on the goggles when Courtney's not even there, and it starts to read, like, whatever pictures she has on the wall. Then Courtney comes in, it reads everything about her. And it's, Dr. Charles Mid-Nite?
Yep.
His AI. I call him the voice of the goggles.
Yeah.
I'll just call you Chuck.
That was the voice of Henry Thomas we spoke of earlier.
Oh, okay.
I wondered where the heck he was.
That was the E.T.? Okay, that was the E.T. boy. Okay,
yep.
Yeah.
Elliot.
Yeah.
That was my dog's name.
So it's kind of, we always say who people that show up in the nick of time. Mm-hmm. Like in the first episode, Stargirl shows up. Courtney shows up in the nick of time, and then Pat shows up for her in the nick of time. Pretty much, Beth showed up in the nick of time for those two. I mean, she was facing off with Rick. He just downed a tree.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he was seeing red, and Beth shows up and say, "Hold it, wasn't an accident." Defuse the situation, even though we left on a kind of a cliffhanger. But hey, she came to the rescue at the end right there.
A cliffhanger? That's new?
Cliffhanger.
I thought you said cling hanger. I'm like, that's a new one.
Yeah, I didn't like
those things you put in the dryer.
Oh, yeah.
I did not like
mosquitoes, by the way.
The way they were treating Beth at all. Because it's like, okay, yeah, she is a little over the top. Maybe you need to dial her back a little. But she got the goggles to work. They didn't work for anybody. So obviously...
They're made for her.
Yeah. It's like, come on, guys. Dial it back.
Dial it back.
And Beth,
I think she was
Beth needs to dial
curious
it down
enough to have them work. I think they would have worked for anybody because she's not a legacy, as far as we know. But I think she's inquisitive enough to listen when no one else was. And she talks to it. It was just like, she has no friends, so she might as well talk to this invisible guy.
Right. And nobody can hear him except for her, correct?
As long as she wears the goggles, yeah.
Right.
But of course, they saw everything she could see, especially in that 3D projection.
Oh, I loved what she said. It's Wikipedia and rocket fuel.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes. I love Wikipedia. That's my go-to. But no, she's wearing the goggles, and they let her wear the goggles, and then they head out. She finds out that Courtney went to West Farms. She was following Rick there.
She goes, in your shoe.
Yeah, fertilizer. Okay, you were going out there visiting Rick. Now, what were you doing out there with Rick, kind of thing?
Like very Sherlock Holmes.
Mm-hmm. I think she'd be good if they let her keep it. They'll let her keep the goggles. I'm sure.
I'm sure. Yeah. So we got one more topic to go, and it's curious or curiosity. You want to take the lead on this one, Steve?
Oh, sure. We see Pat picking up Courtney, and the car breaks down.
Right.
That's just dandy.
I know. This is a guy who repairs cars.
Right. Yeah.
Just so happens to be walking
by. Never think that. Yes. Yeah, and Rick just happens to be walking by and mentions it being a alternator. And of course, they strike up a conversation. And when Pat finds out that Rick's got a 66 Mustang that's yellow.
Bing, bing, bing. Yeah.
Hourman
and then that's
colors.
when the hourglass starts to glow.
Yeah. Which gets Courtney all hyped up.
It's amazing how many people didn't think to turn it over.
Yeah.
What else do you do with an hourglass? Turn it over.
Right?
Yeah. When Beth said that, I'm like, oh, well, duh.
I did the same thing. Okay, I got it.
And it's probably a good thing that when Pat goes back out there to give Rick the carburetor, that Rick's not there, because who knows, it might have slipped that Rick was having a teenage girl following him.
Right.
And
Right.
make it even more bustable offense.
Well, one of you guys said earlier in the episode that they'll probably track down Matt and pressure him. So it's probably a good thing that Rick wasn't there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that would have led him to the rest of them.
Yep.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah, I feel like Rick is not going to be staying at that house very much longer.
No, unless he comes back to just beat the crap out of Matt.
Yeah. I thought, I kind of figured Pat was going to offer Rick a job in his repair shop.
Yeah.
You would think.
I really
May
thought
still.
that's happening.
Maybe still.
That'd be easy. Yeah.
I can see him going back to Matt, fully charged for an hour, but only 1 minute left by the time he gets there.
Yeah.
And he smashes something, I'm going to smash you too, and then it just runs out.
And he gets beat out.
Oh, no. That's right. It only lasts for what, an hour?
An hour.
1
yeah.
hour, yeah.
That does seem odd, but it's like, yeah, make a bigger hourglass. I don't know.
Yeah.
Bigger hourglass.
It's pretty quaint the way they had heroes back in the 30s and 40s. I mean, Hourman.
Right.
It's only
Funny.
for an hour. I mean, Superman comes from another planet and he gets his power from the yellow sun. This guy, it's my body chemistry, and it works for an hour.
That just works for an hour. It's no big
Yeah.
deal. But then his dad invent, what was it called? It starts with an M. Miraglow?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Miraglow. I'm
Nice.
probably saying it wrong.
Yeah, that's the stuff we put on your lawn.
That's Miracle Grow.
Yeah. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, too.
Miraclo.
Yeah, that's coming. I bet you that's coming.
That was in the hourglass.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, what is it called? That's a lot in the DC comics, too. God, I know they're screaming at us now into their earbuds.
Right. Yes.
Listen to this, you idiots.
That's what it's Miraclo.
Miraclo? Huh.
I don't know. I can pronounce it.
Yeah, no, it's been in the
Cannot
CW shows, too, damn it. We'll find it when we're done.
Know your stuff. Come on.
So we wrap up the curiosity part with the lantern being found by Pat in the gym bag.
Ugh.
In a row.
Now, it
Starts
wasn't
to
in the
spark.
closet. It was in another spot. But, of course, she didn't shut the door on that either.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't shut the door on
ridiculous.
anything.
No.
She's learned to lock stuff.
No kidding.
So in Arrow, the CW show Arrow, they tease Green Lantern endlessly. They even had one episode where there was an H. Jordan. You didn't see his face. It was on his flight jacket as he walked through a bar. That's Hal Jordan. That's the second or third Green Lantern. Whatever. He was after Alan Scott. And now I think finally that this is something they always dance around. We don't see Batman in any of these shows.
No.
And we don't see Green Lantern either. I'm like, get over it.
Yeah.
Good grief. We've seen everybody else. Superman, Flash. Come on. They have to show Alan Scott was an original member of the Justice League. So let's go.
Yep. Telling you.
I feel like it's going to be questionable who we end up seeing. I don't think they're going to give us all of them this season. Do you?
No.
Nope.
You're going to have to tease some for next year.
Oh,
How many
yeah.
episodes are there? 13?
13.
Yeah.
13.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's enough episodes to do it, but yeah, I don't think so. Because really,
Yeah,
is she just like looking through the yearbooks randomly and like, oh, that's the person, that's the person. All right, Courtney.
Oh, we're almost
Yeah, I
halfway
think
through.
Stepdad Pat's going to bring Courtney down a peg or two in this next episode.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the previews on that. Last thing I saw was it Zeke that was bringing Matt's truck? Why did Pete? When is his house? Why not his garage? I don't know.
I thought it was at the garage that he got
Was it?
called to the garage.
Yes.
Okay, I couldn't tell. It was dark. I was racing. I was racing to finish it. Whoever did this must have some kind of power. Thinking smash.
But
Smash.
So what do you guys think overall? Is it going too fast, going too slow, just right? Are you pleased or?
Going pretty good. The guy at the end, when they steal the device, it was, I can't remember his name. It was, you just told me it too.
the gambler?
The gambler. It was the gambler. Okay.
And the fiddler. Who I'm guessing she doesn't have a lot of great power since she couldn't get both of the people.
Yeah.
Well, it was that chocolate.
No, that was the third person. Because there was
three
two people in the truck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a little weird too. I know.
But it was still, yeah. I mean, she did the same thing with brainwave with their vibe.
Yeah, she's looking for susceptibility. I mean, it worked on one of the drivers, but not the other guy.
So he shot him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the gambler and the fiddler have that the device.
Yeah, the radar or satellite.
Yeah, well, they're looking for it anyway.
Satellite.
They want Doc King Dragon. Is that his name, Steve?
Well,
Dragon King.
He called him
Dragon
Dr.
King.
Ito.
To build it. Yeah,
Dr. Ito's easier to remember.
For some reason, they need a dead body to fix it. That's what
I thought. That's what
I feel like he's like, let me try to make another Solomon Grundy. Maybe he won't be so creepy. I don't know.
Ooh,
but
I definitely want to see that.
What are they doing? Because they killed off the wizard's wife, too. So
we haven't seen a body.
Oh, gosh.
That was seriously implied.
I know. But you don't see a body. I liked her. We agreed last time that we liked her.
Yeah. I thought she was
She could have been a big help.
Well, she already kind of hinted to Pat, which kind of made me wonder. It's like, was she never fully on board? So
we thought that her husband had actually turned the corner and that he was actually happy being, what was he, a counselor or a representative?
Just the councilman.
The counselor.
Yeah, councilman, yeah.
Yeah,
councilman, yeah.
Especially when he flipped out. I'm like, that's not the way to bring him to your side. But obviously that wasn't what Icicle wanted. And the wife wanting to get away, I'm like, all right, he's not letting anybody out.
Her. I mean, that looked like a, looks like she just got her car got sideswiped and
by Solomon Grundy.
Yeah,
right? Probably. And they took everything but the cat and the cat in the hat. There you go.
That's right.
But, yeah, I'm watching. I'm like, okay, the cat carrier was like in half. It wasn't even just opened. It was just like busted in half. What is going on? And I'm like, wait, is there some character that can turn into a cat? Because I'm just like was waiting for something here. But
well, there's Tigress and Artemis Croc. And when you said Icicle, she has a relationship with Icicle 2. Yes, there's another one coming along. I don't know if it's this season, but there will be another one, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, and I do want to say what you guys may have talked about previously. Icicle's son?
Yes.
I don't know how you guys feel. Like, I'm not sure if he's like going to go full baddie. Like,
I'm not really sure.
Weird.
Seems like a good kid.
I know. That's why I'm like, I don't know if he's going to go or if he's somehow... I mean, how weird would that be if he ends up like on Courtney's side?
Could be Icicle too. You never know what tragedy they'll throw in his way. It's either justice or revenge.
That's pretty much.
He's the artist. He's the artist, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. So it seems like I don't know because he painted that on Yolanda's locker. It seems like, and he didn't call out Courtney or for the magic trick.
Yeah.
That the wizard's son got wrong. He seems to be interested, but he's kind of in the background right now, kind of absorbing all this. What the heck is going on? My dad has something to do with this.
Yeah, that's why I feel he's going to be turned. Something tragic will happen. He'll be like, no!
Yeah.
So, Steve, what do you think we have at the end here?
That's a good question.
I was thinking reviews. Please review and rate us on iTunes.
Oh yeah. That's John's stuff.
Nice.
All right, everyone. Well, why don't you tell us what you think about this show? Because you've heard everything that we've thought so far. And while you're at it, if you can rate and review us on iTunes and every other platform you find us on, that would be great. We have an email we're using right now. And Steve's going to tell you which email that is because I don't have that one written down.
It's contact us at fangirlzone.com.
And don't forget to tell your friends about the show because this is really good. This is one of them I was not expecting to enjoy as much as I was, and I got my husband into it. So if I can get him into one of these shows, I think you guys can get your friends so you can talk about it around the old virtual water cooler as we Zoom all our meetings and our chats with our friends.
Right?
We, of course, hope you're enjoying the podcast. And like I said, don't forget to check out the website, www.fangirlzone.com. And for this episode of the Star Power Podcast, I am Sean Fangirl.
I'm Steve.
I'm Carolee, a.k.a. Boston Red Vines.
And this is Dave, also known as Dark Knight Dave, and I want to see that pen in action.
I do too.